Hello and welcome to my video today. I'm going to be going over something that may be of issue to some Fisker Oceans, and I do recommend that owners check this out to see if your vehicle is affected by this. I'm going to be opening up the hood and checking out the chiller, specifically the AC pipe coming out of it. There may be an issue where it rubs on the motor mount, and that is in this vicinity right here. So I'm going to be opening up and show you. And if I have issues with my car, I'll show you what you can do about it. So let's get started. First thing I need to do is remove the service lid and access the two bolts that hold the hood in place. Carefully lift up the hood and we'll inspect the area back here. If you have hood struts like me, there's no issue with lifting it like this. If you don't have the hood struts, open it so that the hinge has a clip on this side. Make sure that goes into place and it will hold the hood up. I also recommend using some pool noodles on the hood brackets so you don't hit your head. Now let's go into this area right around here. So this right here is the motor with the inverter and other electronics up here. This is on a mount, and this can actually move when the vehicle is accelerating briskly. And what is happening is that there is a bracket right here, this tab that's connected to this wiring. This is actually touching this AC line right here. And it's only touching it when this moves. So most of the time you can see there's plenty of clearance in here. Let me get a little bit closer. And you can see that there is a tiny indentation right here on the actual pipe. On my car, it's not that severe. On other cars, I've seen it much deeper. And what I suggest doing is, if you do have something like this, using some JB Weld to adhere to the outside of the pipe to strengthen it. And I've used JB Weld before, and it's pretty remarkable stuff. It's a steel infused epoxy like putty that will adhere to the surface, and when it cures, it is rock hard. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that to the area. Now, as far as this little tab down here, you can see on my car, it's quite a ways away from it. I'm going to measure it and see how far it is. So as you can see, there is a decent amount of clearance, and it seems like this varies from car to car. It looks like at least 15 millimeters from where the pipe and this bracket are. So yeah, it's hard to say what exactly is causing the rubbing. I don't feel anything on the edge here. It's actually kind of smooth. Underneath there is a plastic pin for attaching the wiring to it. So I don't see that as being very hard either, as far as like it's plastic. So, but I guess maybe over time the plastic is still affecting the pipe. One of the things you could do is trim this down. I don't know if that is something that the average owner is going to do as far as removing this tab. I guess that could be done, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the JB Weld on the pipe, and I really don't see anything here that I'm going to be doing as far as to this. And I'm going to monitor it, check it in a few months. I mean, the car is 2.5 years old, and this is what it's done. It's not so bad, but you can definitely feel it right there. And here we go. Here's the JB Weld, the SteelStik. So this is the epoxy, comes in two parts. You mix it together. Since I have a very small scratch, I don't need a whole lot of this, just a little bit. So if you did have a bigger gouge in that pipe, you would use this as well. But I probably didn't need to do it, but I wanted to show in the video the process just in case. So here's the putty. I'm just going to take a little bit of it like that, and I'm going to put the rest of it back in the container. So it's recommended to knead this putty. And here we go, we have it kneaded. And now I'm going to go over to the pipe and show you what it looks like. And it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for it to set. And then after about 60 minutes or so, it should be hard. For additional protection, you could use something around the pipe, such as pipe insulation tape, to give it a little bit more protection. Thanks to Nathan Mackay for alerting the community about this issue. It's something that I had not noticed, and he had a problem where it actually broke the pipe and caused a problem with the air conditioning. So hopefully you don't have this problem with your Fisker Ocean. If it's just a slight scratch or medium-sized scratch, I would fill it and then you should be good. As I mentioned, we're going to try to find out some alternative ways to protect this area. If it has something to do with this tab that's over here, maybe we can do something about that in a future video. And if you do have extreme wear on that pipe, there may be an issue with the motor mounts. You may want to check to make sure that they're all securely fastened. I'm not going to be doing that in this video, but if you look in the service manual, I'm pretty sure you can find the information on that. And once those mounts, if you do have an issue with loose mounts, definitely tighten those. If there's anything else that I notice in the future, I'm going to be checking this and making sure it stays in good condition. I'll let you know with a follow-up video. So after fixing up the pipe with the JB Weld, I'm just going to put everything back together again, close the hood, and put the service lid back on. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, especially if you have any suggestions on a permanent fix for that tab that sticks out that's near the pipe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.